Happy Sunday. This is Bobby and JJ Radio. We have the great Chad Webster hanging out with us today here in the studio. He has a couple of businesses. One is Renhill Staffing, and then Beefy's, which just it's an awesome restaurant that just celebrated their 20th anniversary this past July 4th, and he's a big part of Entrepreneurs Organization. So I want to say, Chad, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thank you, JJ. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You got a lot of things going on here in the San Antonio metro area. Let's start with EO. Tell us about EO, your involvement with them, why you think
So EO is Entrepreneur Organization. It's a worldwide organization. We have about 11,000 of us worldwide, and we have about 100 of us here in San Antonio. Some of our alumni are Graham Weston, Doug Harrison. So some people have done some really cool things here in San Antonio. And we're here to continue to grow the entrepreneur community, to make sure that that we have a environment here that will continue to grow, and you don't have to leave San Antonio to grow your next cool business.
Sure. So how does somebody become a member of this?
So there's a website, San Antonio EO. There are some qualifications. You've got to be an owner. You can't be fired. It's not a lead organization. This is a peer-to-peer. This is like it's kind of like your board. We do the very worst 5% in your life and the very best 5% in your life. So all that other 90%, you can talk to your next door neighbor and your wife and your stuff, but the stuff that's really, really important, that's what you do in EO. We call it digging deep quickly.
Cool. And what's the process of so once you start, you just start to go to the different meetings? I know you guys meet, I think, quarterly.
Actually, we meet monthly. So there's two parts of it. So you have the chapter as a whole. We have a bunch of learning days and stuff. One on finance, one on marketing, one on sales. And then monthly you meet in smaller groups called the Forum. And that's where Chris Wigan, by the way, he said hi to you.
Yeah.
He's in my Forum with me.
Cool.
And so there's 8 to 10 people in a Forum, and that's when you really get deep. And we meet 4 to 6 hours, and we go through all of our issues. And you learn a lot from other people's issues.
For sure.
How many people are currently a member?
So in San Antonio, we have about 75 right now. It's got up to 100. You lose some people when they sell their companies. Entrepreneurs tend to start stuff and almost cussed on thing and then sell it.
Yeah, and then sell it, because that's the point, right?
Exactly.
Is to make some profit off of it.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about what you're doing right now. What do you have your hands in business right now here in San Antonio?
So the vast majority of my time is spent with Renhill Staffing Services of Texas. It's a staffing firm here, but we do a bunch of back office for other staffing companies and federal contractors. The rules in federal contracting are mind-numbing, and so we saw a clear need, and we're filling that need.
Sure.
Second part is that we started a fund here in town called the Geekdom Fund. A couple of great entrepreneurs, Don Douglas and Mike Gertley, put it together, and we've raised 2 funds now, and we tried to invest San Antonio first, and we've now invested a little over 30 companies here in town to take them to the next level.
That's awesome. We've had Geekdom, and we've had, a bunch of guys from there come on all the time. Let's talk about working with your company. How do you walk us through the process if I'm a company looking to hire you for staffing? What's the protocol there?
Well, a lot of people use staffing because there's a surge. They have something that is
a quick, huge project,
or their workers' comp is too expensive in that category, and they don't want to bring it on. They have a lot of clerical on, and they don't want to put roofers and electricians on.
Right.
So that's where we kind of help
Fill the
the
gap.
most. And then also hard to find things. When you need an estimator, right now, construction, you just cannot find enough high-end construction workers, trades, everything like that. It's almost impossible. CDL truck drivers.
Right. And so you scout outside of San Antonio for that
we scout all over. We've got a database that we help people connect with the skill set they need.
That's awesome. And so who's your ideal client?
So we have 2 parts of it. We have the commercial side of it, which is, warehouses, trucking companies, construction. And then we have the federal contract, and that goes all the way up to attorneys, doctors, architects, speech writers.
Right.
Yeah.
So you run the gamut then on
Correct.
On looking for talent all over San Antonio.
All over the United States.
United States.
So we have people in 36 states now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if someone wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you for some staffing needs?
They can go to Renhill Services RenhillStaffingServicesTexas.com.
RenhillStaffingServicesOfTexas.com.
Correct.
Cool. That was Chad Webster. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk with Chris Feldman. If you missed any of this, go to BobbyandJJRadio.com. Be a fan of the show. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll be right back.